traders for greater development in the state. Anambra State government set to train 10,000 youths in digital skills. Court stops INEC from engaging MC Oluomo in material distributions during elections. U.S. President Biden announces $500 million in military as he pays surprise visit to Ukraine. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. My name is Uchechukwu Ebonam. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for a stronger partnership with the Anambra State Market Amalgamated Traders Association, ASMATA, for better development of the state. Governor Soludo made a call in Oba, Idemili South at the occasion of a solidarity rally organized by the group in support of APGA and Governor Soludo-led administration. Government House correspondent Valentine Mbadura reports.
The event brought together leaders and caretaker committees of all the markets in Anambra, as well as other critical stakeholders and government functionaries, including the Transition Committee Chairman of Nnewi North Local Government Area, Engineer Chris Obiora. Addressing the traders, Governor Soludo noted that Anambra's economy is domiciled in the markets and commended them for their support and cooperation so far. Emphasizing the need for strong partnership, even on revenue generation, Governor Soludo said that Anambra markets needs to be planned for them to grow better, insisting that parking space must be provided in all the markets as people cannot shop without parking their vehicles. The governor revealed that the government intends to modernize Anambra markets, adding that plans are underway to design modern markets with suitable facilities, including a substantive firefighting station and equipment. Governor Soludo said that the market leaders should play a major role in planning the markets and decried the decline in commercial activities in the state due to poor planning of the markets. The governor also said that keeping the markets clean should be part of the priorities and said that the state is about to engage 5,000 people that will see to the cleaning of Anambra roads and streets under the Operation Clean and Green Anambra initiative. He concluded by saying that everyone has a duty in making Anambra livable and prosperous.
Dike obodo ndị a ndị mmadụ na-agbafe ọsọ na-agbaga ka ọ bụrụkwa ebe akụ na ụba na-achawapụ na-aga n'iru onye bịa na Anambra ọba ọgaranya ọ bụrụ ebe onye ọbụla ga-ala ike ibi ebi anyị niile ga-ejikọ aka ọnụ wee lụ ya ọ bụrụ sọ gọọmenti ka ọ dịrị ọrụ idozi Anambra bụ anyị niile ma nwoke ma nwaanyị ma nwata ma okenye onye ọbụla nwere ife ọ ga-alụ ma ndị ikorobịa ma ndị ụmụaka ma ndị okenye ma ụmụ akwụkwọ onye ọbụla nwere ife ọ ga-atụnye n'oge na-etere aka anyị ga-ebido launch what we call Operation Clean, Green and Sustainable Anambra.
The President General of Anambra State Market Amalgamated Traders Association, ASMATA, Chief Humphrey Angona, who commended Governor Soludo for his efforts in sanitizing the markets, promised their unflinching support. He assured to intensify their efforts in maintaining hygiene in all the markets and encouraged the governor to continue his good works for the good of the people of Anambra State.
Only in Anambra State is alive. But I don't know the Zibo. It is alive. No one in the nation now. They make us sing like that now. And in the nation now, no one takes the people in the work down. Now I have to vote. My boy, I go. My boy is out. I'm not going to do that to my brother. Ndị na-anọ iwepụta anyị ga-agba mbọ na anyị ga-aka ọ bụrụ na haus na ọ ga-abụta aka ụbata ọ bụrụ na beza ọ bụrụ na asụsụ ọ ga-abụ ihe bụ ụbata ọ bụrụ na sinet ọ ga-abụ 3% ya ga-ekwere ebe ahụ
From Oba, Valentine Mbadogha reporting for ABS News.
Anambra State Deputy Governor Dr. Onyeka Chibueze has called on warring communities in the state to sheathe their sword and give peace a chance for the actualization of a developmental tender of Professor Chukwuma Soludo-led government. The Deputy Governor made the call during peace talks with Omo and Anako communities, both in Ayamelum local government area, over an 8-long boundary dispute which has claimed many lives and property. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
Dr. Chibueze emphasized the need for both communities to embrace peace, said it is high time they allowed peace to reign as nothing good comes out of violence. Restated the commitment of Professor Soludo's led administration towards restoring peace in communities across the state, noting that the actualization of a peaceful state will help to accelerate development across the state.
Privilege. If I about privilege, so no, I would be buying and I get wetty of man. Governor Sikai, Nifeni, Melon, walk man, a buro, no, and call on us,
Contributing, the special advisor to the governor on security matters, retired Air Vice Marshal Ben Chiobi, reminded the communities of the need to see peace as the way forward to avert more loss of lives and property.
Report as special advisor security. Na committee panel to create boundary up to a stretch of 10 kilometers. 18 boundary there. All the symbolic and also
During the visit, the Omo community alleged that in the recent fight, it is Anako that attacked them first, while ABS observed that a lot of property was lost to the crisis as damaged houses and vehicles, among others, were seen at the communities. Present during the meeting were the State Commissioner for Petroleum, Barrister Tony Ifanya, Transition Committee Chairman for Ayamelum Council Area, Mr. Livinus Onyenwe, President General of Anako, Mr. Friday Ngoba, past and current President General of Omo Community, Mr. Emeka Choba, Chief Johnson Chukwuebuka, among others. From Omo in Ayamelum Local Government Area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Governor Chukwuma Soludo says the Solution Innovation District, where 10,000 youths will be trained on digital skills, is underway. Governor Soludo dropped the hint during this 27th year's celebration of the existence of Holy Child Catholic Church Isofia under the Catholic Diocese of Ekulobia, Agwata Council area. Government House correspondent Ejike Abana filed the report.
Governor Soludo, who spoke about the ongoing training of 5,000 youths in the One Youth Two Skills initiative of his administration, noted that his agenda is to restore smiles to those who have been forgotten. He said that for the past few days, he has been touring all the local government areas in the state, inspecting and flagging off of over 260 kilometers of route, saying that the first two will soon commence. Professor Soludo called on the students to be good citizens and embrace their future rather than join those people destroying the society.
Student, so to speak. But because education is life. It's not just an endeavor, it's life. It is the future, it is today and tomorrow of every human being. To be thanked for thanking God. That's my own philosophy about it. And I am extend the moment, be extended. Not just 5 years, we are going to extend it for 10 years.
Earlier in a homily, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Ekulobia, Peter Ebere Cardinal Okpaleke, recalled the trust of the recent Bishops' Conference as being citizens participating in good governance, and urged the church and citizens to rise and perform their responsibilities of electing the righteous. Bishop Opaleke, who stressed that citizens' participation is at the core of the realization of the common good, pointed out that God's intervention is needed at this critical time in the life of the country and said that the forthcoming election is the time to put the people who are capable of governing for the common good.
We pray the Lord to bless our candidates for confirmation today, that they be truly inspired and confirmed in the faith. We pray for our country, Nigeria, at this critical time towards the forthcoming elections, toward transforming our society and Nigeria in general. We pray for the intentions of our brothers and sisters who have requested that we remember them in our prayers and mercies. For all of us gathered here, for our state, for our local government, and for Ethiopia community, we pray.
The administration of the sacrament of confirmation, souvenir presentation, planting of the silver jubilee tree, and choir rendition added color to the celebration.
Traders at Tollgate Omunike have made a save our soul call to Governor Chukwuma Soludo over extortion and shutting down of the market by youths said to have come from Omunike community. The traders, who alleged that some youths who describe themselves as Omunike youths have for some time been harassing and intimidating them to pay between 200 naira and 500 naira, which they described has become unbearable. Our correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has the report.
When ABS team got to the market, it was observed that little or no activity was ongoing, as many of the shops were closed, while others were secretly selling their goods in order not to be noticed. While at Emenike Junction toll gate by Fena Bros, properties were seen destroyed and most of the shops closed as traders ran for safety. Speaking at Emenike Junction toll gate, a vulcanizer, Mr. Monday Chibueze, and a trader who pleaded anonymity said some groups of boys numbering over 80 stormed the area on Thursday 16th of February 2023, destroying properties and issuing warnings to traders, which made them to run away for safety as they did not know what was going on. At the toll gates, Mrs. Maureen Udozo and Mrs. Eugenia Okoye record that a group of boys came to the market, forcing them to close all shops or will be dealt with, and they all complied with them as they do not want to be hurt or have their goods destroyed.
Say na ha biago oya madam meshieba na imota square ebe ozefifi wel fajikuma sonta and block chairo gate
asina ha bụ ndị Ogbunike youth na ha na ndị na-ebe wele okwu so I we na to sojo.
For Mr. Josiah Ejikeme, traders at the toll gate have suffered untold hardship because of the illegal levies and appealed for intervention from the state government on constant collection of tolls and levies by unidentified persons and groups. A female petite trader at the toll gate recalled how she was called by her daughter, who manages her restaurant at the market, and when she rushed to her shop, she saw some youths who claimed that they have unresolved issues with the owners. She revealed that this is the second time such issue by the youths is arising and asked for parties involved to come to a round table and settle their differences instead of closing the shops of people and destroying of properties. From toll gates, Ogbunike, Chibuzo Obidike, ABS News.
Justice Chukwujekwu Aneke of the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has stopped the Independent National Electoral Commission from engaging the services of the chairman of the Lagos State Parks Management Committee, Musiliu Akinsoya, popularly known as MCO Lyomo, to distribute election materials in the state pending the hearing and determination of a suit filed by the Labour Party and 5 others. The court granted an order of interlocutory injunction filed by the Labour Party and 5 others, restraining the Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria, defendant and respondent, whether by itself or by its officers, affiliates, servants, privates, agents, or any person acting or purporting to act for and on behalf, howsoever, from taking any steps or further steps whatsoever in furtherance of the engagement or appointment or consummating the appointment of Musiliu Akinsoya, popularly known as MC Lyomo-led Lagos State Parks Management Committee, or any of its commercial bus drivers to distribute 2023 election materials and personnel in Lagos State pending the hearing and determination their substantive suit. INEC in Lagos State had reacted to a backlash following a letter written by MC Lyomo asking the electoral umpire to contract the distribution of materials to him, saying INEC was engaging parks managers in the state and not MC Lyomo. The Royal Cabinet of the Enugu community in Njikọka local government area has resolved to back the senatorial ambition of one of their own, Honorable Dozie Nwankwo. The cabinet says a legislative blueprint of the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA senatorial candidate for Anambra Central promises a brighter future for the community and the senatorial district at large. The Palace Secretary, Chief Clem Nwafo, revealed the resolution of the cabinet when Honorable Nwankwo's campaign train stormed the palace of the traditional ruler of the town, Igwe Ralph Ekpe. Our correspondent, Chibuzo Obidike, completes the story.
Chance, as he remains the best candidate from all the political parties they have seen, Chief Nwafo said, from their assessments, the APGA candidate has more people-oriented projects and programs, and asked the people of the community to align with APGA to ensure a secured future, while asking candidates of political parties who have served 2 tenures to make way for others, as the Senate is not any individual's right or political inheritance. Chief Nwafo added that there is no need to reposition political offices through rotation of power, and as such give way for more people with fresh ideas and initiatives like Honorable Nwankwo to occupy critical positions.
So a priority. I say I children my I'm going to say
With songs of joy, Honorable Nwankwo said that he decided to represent the good people of Anambra Central Senatorial District because of the political gaps he noticed as a federal lawmaker that when filled will be beneficial to the people of the district, and listed numerous bills he sponsored in the House of Representatives that need urgent finalization at the Senate. He pointed out that his candidacy is not a show of force but a quest for a better and quality representation.
Then we go to fly one was I go to Nago and we go Mahamuda. Cairo ICT Center. I never free health. Now Goya Anyanese million Luis Lazaro.
Contributing, the APGA candidate for Njikọka 1 constituency, Mr. Chidi Ibemeka, said he is at home with the needs and aspirations of the electorate at the grassroots, and pointed out that if elected, he will address the issues facing the people of the area, especially by initiating different scholarship and skill acquisition programs to empower the youth and to provide loan facilities to traders. A youth in the community, Mr. Francis Okoye, advised the youth not to fall victim to any politicians' manipulations who never keep to their words but to stick with Honorable Nwankwo, who they are sure will deliver on all his promises.
And they believe from Nwankwo, even now run a National Assembly for the past 4 years. I'm a man in Abuja.
Different groups and affirmed their unalloyed support to Honorable Nwankwo as they later held a street walk around the community. From Enugu, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
From the foreign scenes, United States President Joe Biden has made an unannounced visit to Kyiv days before the first anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Biden's trip was the first to Ukraine since Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered his troops into the neighboring country on February 24, 2022. Air raid sirens rang out as he met Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in the Ukrainian capital, but there was no major strikes. The visit was to reaffirm U.S. unwavering and unflagging commitment to Ukraine's democracy, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. According to a White House statement, the statement maintained that U.S. will announce additional sanctions against elites and companies that are trying to evade or backfire Russia's war machine. President Biden said the U.S. will provide Ukraine with additional assistance worth $500 million that will include artillery, ammunition, anti-armor systems, and air surveillance radars. He also promised further sanctions against Russia. Zelensky, who in December 2022 traveled to Washington, D.C. and addressed U.S. Congress on his first trip abroad since the war began, wrote on Telegram that Biden's visit was an extremely important sign of support for all Ukrainians. And from the world of sports, respected athletics coach and coordinator of the first national cross-country race held last Saturday in Jos, Tony Osheku, has hailed sports minister Sunday Dare for enabling the historic race. The race, which was in fulfillment of Dare's promise to develop distance running in Nigeria, was held at the Rono Gold Course in Jos, with Kafar Williams and Blessing Solomon emerging champions of the male and female categories. Osheku also hailed Nielayo Sports Management Limited and Premium Trust Bank for helping to make history on Saturday. The former Nigeria 1,500 meters champion says the sports minister has laid the foundation that athletes are begging most be sustained so that they must be competitive in local and international road races. Osheku also thanked Bukola Olebade, those whose company, Niyalo, together with the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, as well as Premium Trust Bank, sponsored the one-day race that had the best of Nigerian distance runners in action. Hundreds of sympathizers came together at the compound of late Dominic Nwogo to offer words of consolation, grief and hope to the family as the body of his wife, late Mrs. Roslyn Nwogo, was laid to rest. Late Mrs. Nwogo Ne and a native of Umweza village, Amobia, in Aka South local government area, who died at the age of 82, was a mother-in-law of Mr. Theophilus Ujugu, a staff of Anambra Broadcasting Service. Correspondent Emmanuel Chiwata was there.
Many sympathizers, looking sorrowful, were pondering on the misery of death. Some said, death is an inevitable end. Others understood it that there is a season for everything, as contained in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verses 2, a time to be born and a time to die. After the mass, the deceased body was lowered into the grave at her home after the committal and blessing of the grave. Then, the officiating priest, Reverend Father Fabian Anumba, read the sentence at the graveside that any man born of a woman has a short time to live and is full of misery, as written in Job chapter 14 verses 1. born, which was followed by benediction and filling of the grave. Eulogies from sympathizers also revealed that she was an outstanding woman of truth, disciplined, kind, honest, and humanitarian who promoted and supported the church and community development. The first son of the deceased, Mr. Vitus Madueke, said, though death is inevitable, his mom was very dear to him and the vacuum could not be filled by anyone.
My late mom, a good and a virtuous woman, throughout her lifetime, all the industries, but already done work. The whole village one.
Other children of the deceased who spoke on the demise of their late mother, including Mrs. Amaka Ojukwu and Mrs. Justina Ibum, said that the sands of time will never wash away the love that they have for their late mother, whose sweet memories will remain forever in their hearts.
My late mom was a great woman. She's a woman of peace, a woman that loved everybody, and they all likes to serve God. And the prayers for her is that God will grant her eternal rest in heaven.
Mr. Ojukwu, a son-in-law to the deceased, who was accompanied by his kinsmen and many staff of Anambra Broadcasting Service to pay final respect to the deceased, described her as a rare gem and a virtuous woman after they had danced to the rhythms of Ogene music and drums as culture demands.
Very encouraging woman. She tells you what to do and what not to do. She's always there for you every time. That's why being able to make a better
Earlier in a homily at the funeral mass held at St. Joseph's Catholic Church, Maryland Estate, Amobia, Reverend Father Christian Okafor exhorted the church to always keep faith and develop personal relationship with God, as everyone must give account of his life after being transited to the great beyond. The deceased was survived by children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, cousins, nieces, nephews, brother and sister, as condolences from various families, age groups and friends climaxed the ceremony, which also attracted the President General of Uli Progressives Union, Emmanuel Chibata, for ABS News.
Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS TV from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Go on to subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Go on to log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points that made the news tonight. Governor Soludo has sought stronger partnership with traders for greater development in the state. Anambra State government is set to train 10,000 youths on digital skills. Court has stopped INEC from engaging MC Oluomo in material distributions during elections. And from the foreign scenes, we told you that U.S. President Biden has announced $500 million in military as he pays surprise visit to Ukraine. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come with a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. That's all of the news tonight. My name is Uchechukwu Ibana. Good night.